Live from the Base Room Studio 2.0 in Seattle, Washington, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who, unlike superfan Clive, have not listened to every episode of this show. Welcome to the Spacecast.
I'm just like 4 eps behind.
Podworms Spacecast, throw it in your face cast. Podworms Spacecast.
That's it.
You're close.
I'm always like 2 eps behind, yeah.
You like to just keep it a little bit lagging behind so you have something to listen
Definitely
to.
I'm trying to get our wiki page up
Yeah. Oh, how's that going, by the way? What episode you on?
slowly.
Okay. Will you be able to get us updated before episode 100 hits?
Unlikely.
Okay. All right. Well, at least we're being realistic. Let me introduce you to the guys I'm joined with here today. We've got one half of the Deadly Brother duo, Kevin McCoy.
And the Deadly Brother roll call.
Our little buddy, Jim Charters.
Pick up trash in your neighborhood.
Our DJ producer, all-around great guy, and homecoming king, Chase Kolka.
Hello there.
And the self-titled, let me emphasize the fact that I did not come up with this, and neither did anybody else, the bad boy of Bothell, Phil Williams.
That's Fuckstick Phil, the king of Grinder, checking in live. King of Grinder, I love it.
Hit him up if you're lonely.
Yeah.
We've got a great show for you today. We are going to play a game of Super Fight. We are going to enjoy a new game brought to us by Jim Charters called Jim's Titilating Titles. And we might even get a little bit of Phil's Stoned or Stupid in the mix. So stay tuned and find out. Before we get into that, last week I was going to work and I don't know what it is, but my body is not awake enough in the morning to take a shit. And this is for you, Clive. This whole story is for you. My body is not ready to take a shit the first thing in the morning. I'll try. Like I'll wake up and I'll sit in the toilet and I'm encouraging my body to just kind of, let's get this over with, because the last thing I want is to have to go to the bathroom at work at 3 p.m. and use their coarse ass toilet paper.
Right.
Hurts my little butthole.
All coarse ass toilet paper.
It's coarse ass toilet paper.
Ass toilet paper.
Okay.
It's like the toilet paper that's meant for your ass.
They have 2 sets of toilet paper. There's the one for the ass, and then there's the one for just dabbing the pee hole.
This is something we haven't discussed before. Is there a lot of pee hole dabbing you do?
I mean, you can only do so much, right? You shake it, shake it around a little bit, but I mean, why else is there the other toilet paper for dabbing the pee hole if not to, dab the pee hole?
Right. Makes sense.
Sure.
Thank you. So there's the ass toilet paper. There's the pee hole dabbing toilet paper.
Right.
My silence is not necessarily an agreement, but more in a flabbergasted. I have no words for that moment.
Okay. I'll take that reaction too. But I like my body to just take care of it, because the best time to do it is in the morning. You take your shower right afterwards. You're clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle. I would agree with that.
Yeah. It just won't happen. It just does not happen.
Do you not have enough fiber?
Not enough fiber.
It might be fiber. I think it's just that my body's on a very specific schedule. It's like an afternoon kind of movement. It's almost every single day right after I consume lunch, it's ready to go. Which is just kind of inconvenient, because that's when everybody's in the bathroom. It's a huge hassle to use the bathroom at work, especially at lunchtime. It's a madhouse, right? My preference is to take care of it in the morning, but it won't happen. And so on this morning, just like every morning, nothing happened. I take my shower, get dressed, and I get in my car and go to work. I'm already a little bit late. As you are longer at a job, you tend to get more relaxed about the time you show up to said job. Kevin, I know you don't relate to this because you wake up in the office, but
Yeah,
you could probably imagine.
Man, it's tough. I did it for years and before I worked from home.
Okay, so you're familiar with the plight.
Oh man, I mean, it makes me think of like the early 2000s, but
Whoa, hey now.
Whoa. He's done his time. Flashbacks.
So I was already a little bit late, and I get in my car and I get the rumbly tummy feeling. And it's the kind of feeling where I'm now debating, am I going to be able to make it to work? Like physically, will I be able to make it to work without shitting my pants? Because there's a few options here. Option 1, I deal with it. I make it to work. I basically drop my backpack. I don't even know if I drop my backpack. I think I'd probably take my backpack to the bathroom and just explode the second I step in the door.
Yeah.
The second option is that I try to make it to the office, don't make it to the office, and shit my pants on the bus.
Yep.
Nice.
Not a great option, but
No.
available.
It's an option.
Not sounding as good as option 1 so far.
and the other option, and maybe there's others, but these are the kind of 3 that went through my mind. The third option is turning my ass around, literally, and resolving it at home, and just taking the L and being a little bit later than usual.
Right.
Was there not like a fourth option of just like finding a close by McDonald's or something?
I guess that is an option, but I don't know if I even consider it better than any of those 3. I think I'd almost rather shit my pants than.
I don't think that's true. I don't believe you at all.
I don't believe that for a second.
I'd rather shit my pants on the bus than shit in McDonald's. Are you fucking crazy?
Bro.
As a fellow number 2 early morning businessman, maybe I can offer some solutions because I've come across a similar issue.
Yeah, please.
I tried to do what's called the Samoan roll.
Excuse me?
I'm already not liking this.
I actually learned this from a Samoan person.
Okay.
So it's okay.
My
All
friend-
They call it a Simone roll, or
He
they
did.
just call it the
Shout
roll?
out to you, Tawny Tupo. If you're still listening to this, Tawny Tupo, my homie.
All right.
All right.
When you're on the bathroom, when you're on the toilet in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, right?
It's really hard to do this in an audio medium.
Yeah.
But imagine
Do
that
your
your,
best.
your pelvis is stationary on the toilet.
You're
and then you
right.
use your torso like a whirlwind around and around and
Just
around.
gyrating.
Exactly.
Like you're giving the toilet a lap dance.
Interesting.
But you're not moving
Kind
your
of.
pelvis.
You keep your butt stationary,
Yeah.
but you use your upper body,
your upper body
and
mover.
swirl around like a tornado.
So why is this Samoan?
Because Tawny's Samoan.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Literally, that's the only, and that's what
Okay.
how he described it to me. It's
Sure.
the Samoan roll.
Sure.
He said that it's used more so after you've eaten a big feast, and you got to like
Okay.
move the traffic.
I'm trying it
along.
right now.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
I'm going to need to take a break in a little
you
bit.
can't see it. You can't see
stinky.
it. Chase is doing a magnificent job.
Oh, that's good to know. I have
That's
the
a
right
Simone
technique.
roll.
I'm going to try that.
I've had to supplement it. I do squats in the morning.
I just picture you in the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah, you can get those little steppers in
Getting
front
ready.
of your toilet.
Yeah, I'm
right?
a big fan of the
I'm
stepper.
legitimately stark naked in my bathroom doing the Jane Fonda squats.
Oh my goodness.
It works.
Okay.
I've been in this position.
It
There's
just
nothing
plain
worse than getting
works.
out of the shower and having to shit again.
I think you guys just need more fiber.
Yeah, have
could
you ever
be it.
tried Metamucil?
I just I never have trouble shitting when I want to shit.
And neither do I.
Oh, like shit on command.
Like it's like
All right, shit.
no,
All right, he just pooped.
Oh,
It
wow.
happened.
It's crazy.
I don't want it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't want it.
Everybody's on their own shit schedule.
Yeah.
And maybe me and Andrews happens to, coordinate with the rising moon. Some people are werewolf shitters where it's midnight and you got to do your business.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
there's
is-
vampire shitters that never do it during the daylight.
Yep.
How many times a day do you guys poop?
One and done.
Same also.
At least
For sure,
twice.
two.
At least
For
twice.
sure, too.
Just one and done. I don't trust anybody that goes more than twice.
You're really
or more
supposed to
than
be
once.
going
I
as many
don't trust
times
any
as you're-
metabolism that doesn't go at least twice.
Oh, well, okay, good point. But I think, I didn't want to divulge this information, but you guys want to know the exact time I go every single day?
Yes.
No.
Wow. Yes.
Let's hear
Yes.
it.
It's within an hour span.
Okay.
And even sometimes within a half hour span, every single day.
For how long has this been the case?
Without fail.
This is years we're talking about. That this is
I mean, maybe not years, but pretty long time. I bet it's been like a streak for a while.
okay.
All right.
So you guys
I'll
can
guess.
during this time of day. Yeah, actually, you can guess, and then just so you guys will know during that time of day. If you look at your watch, you look at your phone,
10 to
you'll-
11.
You'll know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna,
Okay,
I'm gonna
10 to
guess-
11 from Phil.
I'm going to guess 11 o'clock sharp
Okay,
a.m.
I think you're like a mid-afternoon, so I'm going to say 2 to 3.
okay, Kevin.
5 to 6.
Okay, Phil is spot on. And I don't know how you know that, but that is exactly correct. It's always between 10 and 11.
Well, that is when you're especially active on the Facebook chat group.
Yeah, you could go back and
There's the
see when I
evidence.
contribute to the chat, and that's
Chase
how you know.
has never commented outside of 10 and 11.
Wow, there's some signs behind it. Yeah.
And it's also weird that DJ Rebel Scum tweets out a lot of stuff around that time too.
Yeah, that's my phone time
Okay. Right.
as well.
Wow, that's so very consistent.
Very consistent. It's kind of weird, actually.
Well,
Sometimes I feel like it's weird,
I-
and I'm like, "Wow, okay, here we go again." All right,
I'm
but
with
it's
Chase.
kinda nice.
I said around 10 or 11 because that's my time usually.
Yeah.
Once the coffee gets that,
all the way through.
That's exactly. Oh, you know what? That's probably exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
Get into the office, get your coffee.
Yep.
Do some stuff, and then after it gets going through the whole body, then
That's time.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So 10 to 11 is the prime shitting time. Actually, that's a time that's like rush hour in the bathroom then.
It is.
mine is
absolutely.
mine
really?
is 6 to 7.
6 a.m.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow, that's early.
I have often been woken up by shit.
What?
Wow.
What? Hold on. I need some clarity on that.
Imagine this. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun. Holy fuck, I got a shit. And then you wake up and spring to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
It's like waking up with a Charlie
With
horse.
Jane Fonda squats.
I only have added the Jane Fonda squats later because there's nothing worse than shitting, getting in the shower, then halfway through the shower you're like,
It's funny you say this
round
because
2.
on the weekends when I don't go into the office and I wake up and I immediately have to go, I'm like, oh, it must be 10:30.
Oh, you're consistent.
Yeah, I'm very consistent.
Andrew, to answer your question, yes, it is always rush hour between 10:30 and like 11:30 in my office. So I have to like go to each of the different floors to find a suitable location every time.
See, do you think that your coworkers have figured it out that you're always gone from your desk right around 10 o'clock and you're just shitting up the place?
Dude, I wonder about that every day, especially with a consistent schedule like mine. I wonder that every single
Like
day.
they're just waiting for you to get up from your desk and go take care of business.
Start clapping for
here's
you.
here's a better question. Have any of you ever suspected anybody else of having a schedule?
Yes.
Well, not okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Because not really, except for now that my schedule's pretty consistent. There's sometimes a little, a little race for the because there's only one bathroom in my office.
Whoa. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's shared, men and women.
And
that's
is it-
horrible.
And is it a close and lock the door?
Close and lock the door.
Dude, that's the best.
It's weird because there's also like a bathtub and a shower in it, so it's
There's
kind
a
of weird.
bathtub
It's
and
an
a
old
shower?
office. Yeah, it's really weird. But we got we've got air freshener spray, so it's like nothing happens.
It's where you clean off after like stuffing the Coke inside of the packages that you're shipping.
Yeah, sometimes I shower in there.
I think I've discussed on the podcast, we have the same thing going on, but it's generally agreed upon without having anyone spoken about it. But you don't shit in the communal bathroom. You only pee. If you're going to shit, you go down the hall to one of the other, like specifically male or female bathrooms.
What's the funniest part about that is there's a bathroom downstairs, and there's like some other offices where people are like they do like therapy or something like that. And then I knew about this bathroom, and I was like, that's the one. That is the one, because we only had one. And then I kept going down there, and I think some other people were going down there too. And then after a little while, they were like, sent out an email and they're like, yeah, so our neighbors downstairs, they don't want us using the bathroom down there anymore since we have our own. And I was like, oh shit, how did they know we have our own? And then,
my God.
you think about it and you're like, okay, that's probably pretty easy to deduce.
It's totally normal to shit in the bathroom and make it smell bad.
Right.
I'm not trying to shame anybody. Like, if you're going to shit in a bathroom, it's going to smell bad.
Yeah.
Whatever. I have this coworker who's very proper and polite, blah, blah, blah. And one time, she works later than I do. She works all the way to 7 p.m. where I get off at 5. And one time, she dropped the most gnarly deuce I've ever come across at like 4:45. And I only went in there to fix my hair before I left.
Yeah.
And it was so stinky. And she knew what was up. Because as soon as I came out, she was like, oh, there must have been something wrong with the... Like, she went into immediate justification mode. And I was like...
you don't start talking
My
about it right
office
away.
is so small. It's like there's 4 other coworkers. So it's
Not many options.
it's really not. And I'm like, we could have never talked about this ever. Literally ever. But now that you said something... I just think of you as my shitty coworker.
Hey.
Yeah. So to conclude the whole dilemma, option 1, 2, or 3,
Diorama.
I ended up choosing option 3. I just turned around. I could not make it. I almost couldn't even make it into the house. So it ultimately ended up being the right decision.
Yeah, I think so then in that case.
It was an absolute mess.
But you made it.
You made it.
I made it. And I felt 10 pounds lighter at work.
Excellent.
like a new man.
Spring in your step.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see what we got up next. Let's hear from Phil. I hear that Phil, he's a guy who enjoys his weed. And we have a mini version of his famous segment, Phil, Stoned or Stupid.
Well, I've been smoking a little weed lately.
Lately,
It's been pretty good.
Lately. How's that going? Is that a new thing for you?
I can't tell, honestly, and that's what scares me.
Okay.
Maybe. No, the other day we were down south, Vancouver, Washington, beautiful city. If you're
Beautiful
a
city.
hillbilly,
yeah,
it's great. If you like a Confederate flag and sleeveless T-shirts,
Okay. I
Beautiful
don't.
city.
good place to
don't.
live. It was hot as fuck, 90 degrees, and our friends have a hot tub outside. And all day I was just coveting this hot tub. I was like, man,
I remember this.
I wish I could get in that hot tub. So good.
Yeah.
Bubbling, so relaxing. I've been up all night. I wish there was like a cold tub. I should invent that. Like a really cold tub. And I just realized that is a bath.
Yeah, that is a pool.
That's just a pool. And unfortunately, I proselytized this idea to almost everybody at this party.
Yeah, he said it out loud when we were there, and then subsequently told us that how stupid he was, and then explained why.
I'm going to say, this is definitely a stoned. I think stoned and stupid, they're all both, but I think this is more the weed. Any opinions from anybody who's not? Because Chase knows. He was there with him.
Yeah, I won't say.
Jim, Kevin, do you think this is straight just stupid or?
I'm going stoned as
I'm
well.
going to go completely stoned. Yeah.
Yes and no.
Oh, there's a little nuance.
It was a trick one.
Nuance this
I
answer.
had smoked a joint the previous night
Whoa.
and had just woken up. So maybe a little
okay.
both.
Okay.
So
Call
still
me, call
holding
me.
on to a
A
little
little
bit.
hangover, a little groggy boy
Okay.
over here.
I have a few more, but I'm going to save them.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to tease them
Little
right here.
teaser. All right.
Ooh.
For an upcoming ep.
Tune in next time, Clive.
All right. So, yeah, this is just our personal
Episode for Clive.
Everything is just for Clive now. For all we know, he might be the only person listening, but he's doing a goddamn good job. All right. So next up, I want to bring back a game that we've played before. This is a game called Super Fight. And the idea behind Super Fight is that it's basically an imaginary scenario where you have some different people or creatures and they're battling in a one-on-one, head-to-head situation, and they're all imbued with a special power of some kind. And we're going to determine this based on some random generation based off my Excel spreadsheet here. So the first thing I need from a member of the cast here, let's go to Jim. Give me a number between 1 and, let's do 1 and 35.
17.
All right. So the first competitor will have a tiny bird with massive biceps.
Okay.
And Kevin, can you pick a number between 1 and 28?
11.
All right, 11. Okay. The bird has buzz saws instead of hands. I mean, he never had hands in the first
And
place.
massive biceps.
Yeah, so he's got. Okay, so just to recap here, it's a tiny bird with massive biceps that has buzz saws instead of hands.
Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
And he'll be up against Chase, number from 1 to 35.
33.
Okay, 33. That is Iron Obama. Okay, and then
Okay.
Phil, 1 to 28.
28.
He just lured his opponent into an escape room.
Iron
He's an
Obama.
Iron Obama who lured his opponent into an escape room.
Can I change it?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
I love the
I was
concept
hoping
of
for
this.
also buzzsaws with hands.
Is a buzzsaw a circular saw or what is that?
I think it's a circular saw.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So can the bird fly given its massive biceps
Well,
and buzz saws for
How could it
hands?
not fly?
I think definitely.
Yeah, like with big biceps, that's only going to help the
Yeah,
flying.
I'm going to assume that the bird
Or
can
what
fly.
if it's using the circular saw blades as helicopter, like
Hey.
chop? Like,
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Only more reasons to fly faster. I feel like this bird is like close to the speed of light.
we really do. Is it
a
like
tiny
an,
bird.
Is it like an eagle or a hummingbird?
It's a tiny bird.
A tiny bird.
Yeah, I'm
said.
going hummingbird
I'm-
size.
Yeah, there you
A
go.
robin.
I just
Mid-sized bird.
The tiny bird not only has to buzz saw their way out of an escape room or figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
They not only have to do that, they also have to somehow destroy an iron Obama.
Yeah.
You can't use a buzzsaw on iron like that. There's no way this
And,
bird is
and the
winning.
bird is already trapped inside. It doesn't have much room to maneuver.
Yeah.
And obviously, it got trapped in the escape room, so it's dumb.
Yeah.
This is like Obama is like Jigsaw.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have smart. It's not very smart because it's a bird to begin with.
You don't need to be smart if you got huge biceps.
So the problem here is that because I think the size of the bird is tiny, that his, relatively large biceps for his body
Right.
are still pretty puny.
Yeah.
And the buzzsaw is also like a little tiny bottle cap size thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think at most it would give Iron Obama a paper cut if you could even reach him, but he has to first solve this, selection of riddles.
Yeah.
And he can't even read. He's a bird.
And Obama's made of iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here let's. I don't know how much of a fighter is Obama.
Yeah, that's
I
a
feel
good
like
point.
he's a talker for
think-
sure.
Even as a
I
pacifist-
definitely think once you get to Obama, he's done for. He can't do anything to
I don't know,
defend
he's
himself.
made
He's made
iron,
of
though.
iron.
He's made of iron, though. You can't even cut this guy.
I
I'm
don't
just
know if
saying,
he's
like-
going to hurt you, but I also don't know if you can hurt him.
See, this is why it's a stalemate between the bird and Obama.
Do you guys are familiar with the term erosion?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Obama's not doing shit. He might as well be the Grand Canyon.
Are you talking
I don't
about
know,
him?
man.
Are you talking
I
about
feel
him
like-
just like starting to rust in
He's
place?
not going to do anything against this aggressive hummingbird.
How long does it take
Iron
iron?
Obama is going to be like the Tin Man. He's going to react to the bird by the time he's already done 4 other attacks on him.
Well, and here's
Do you
the
know
thing
what
we're
I
not
mean?
considering too is that this is post presidential Obama, where he's parasailing, he's
Yeah.
smoking up on the weed.
Yeah.
He could be just like chilled the fuck out in the corner, not even looking to fight.
He's playing some pickup basketball games.
Also,
with his
though,
family.
I think you fuck with Obama. I don't think he's going to take anybody's shit. I mean, he was the president.
Dude, he's still got Secret Service.
yeah,
right.
exactly.
the Secret Service in there in the escape room with Iron Obama.
I mean,
No, well, he's not. Is he in the? He's not in the escape room.
Oh, he's outside. the
I
escape room?
imagine
I
that
assume
he's
he's
like
outside
in
of
a
it.
Saw type scenario.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Where he's
Saw.
watching the escape.
pulling
Yeah,
some
he's
levers.
Jigsaw. Want to play a game, little bird?
does that mean he's because of the environment of the escape room? Is Iron Obama also obligated to give hints to the bird if he can't figure it out in a certain amount
He's
of
the
time?
guy in the microphone.
I think.
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
he would, whether or
Yeah.
not he was obligated.
I mean, and Obama is Obama is he's like a what's that thing that's like chaotic good,
Oh, yeah,
justifiable,
He's like lawful good.
lawful good,
Yeah.
precisely. Thank you so much for the alley-oop
So,
right there.
so I think then in that case, if Obama doesn't kill this bird, his Secret Service does.
I don't think Obama would ever kill the bird because that's bad PR. I think he needs to like drone strike the bird and pretend that it's not him doing it.
Well, we can agree.
So, are you saying that Iron Obama could drone strike the escape room and blow the whole thing up? He'd survive because he's iron.
And he'd pass it on to Iron Dick Cheney
Yes.
as the real
That's
culprit.
it.
What nationality is this bird, though?
Well, certainly not American.
ISIS.
Certainly not American.
Yeah,
Certainly
definitely
not an
not.
American.
ISIS hummingbird.
Hence the drone strike.
Yeah.
So
Precisely.
I think there's a
Thanks,
clear,
Obama.
I think there's a
But
clear
really,
winner.
Thank you for winning this.
This is Iron Obama and his team of Secret Service.
Yeah, I think definitely
absolutely.
Obama's
For
going
sure,
to win that one.
thinking Obama's going to win.
Okay. Let's do another one here. Phil, 1 to 35.
13, just like my age.
All right. This is a perfectly spherical baby, and Chase 1 to 20.
All right,
Yes.
pause.
Perfectly
Before we move on, is the sum of all the baby's parts spherical, or is each segment spherical?
You know, let's figure it out in a second
It
because
said perfectly spherical.
the power might influence this. So let's
Yeah.
see.
All right.
Okay. Chase 1 to 28.
2, like how many eyeballs I have.
All right. Holding a shield made of Thor's abs.
Okay.
Okay. A very flesh based
Yeah.
fighter here.
Okay. And then Jim 1 to 35.
7.
Okay. It's a sentient pinata full of spiders.
Oh, shit.
And
Damn.
Kevin 1 to 28.
Cinco.
Okay.
Oh,
That's 5 for you gringos out there. Riding in a chariot pulled by unicorns.
Whoa.
So we have a very human base and a very creature base.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, we have a perfectly spherical baby holding a shield made out of Thor's abs. And then we have a sentient pinata filled with spiders that's in a chariot being pulled by unicorns.
I love the fact that this pinata is okay. Well, I guess we didn't say what the pinata, like what shape it's in, but I'm assuming it's like the horse,
A donkey.
Yeah,
It's
a donkey.
it's like a Trojan donkey full of spiders.
I love the fact that when it became sentient, it decided to use chariot as its mode of transportation.
and be full of spiders.
Well, the spiders are a different story, but I can just picture this thing riding on a chariot. Like, yes, real horses. Or wait, it's actually unicorns.
they're unicorns,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. All right,
Kinda
it's different
turning
then.
on its own race a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Perhaps
that
an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, so this is not a very nice this is not a very nice
Tom Pinata.
pinata.
Yeah, I mean, it subjugated its own kind.
Good Lord.
I think the being filled with spiders is not really helping out the pinata. I think that
I was gonna say that feels like it's like kind of taking itself apart.
right, because it became sentient. Can you imagine? Because the pinata can't move by itself. It's in a chariot, but it cannot physically move itself. Where it becomes sentient, it fucking realizes that it's been filled with spiders.
Right.
He's probably in eternal torture.
You know, I picture it more of like a second life. Like even if you did get and bust the pinata open, then you got to deal with the spiders.
Can we reverse a little bit?
Yeah.
You know, rewind as it were. This baby,
Yeah.
not strong on its own, and
Definitely
it
not.
only has a defensive weapon.
And now it's
It can't do anything.
and now
ever.
it's completely spherical.
It's just gonna
It
get
can't
tossed
even hold the
around.
shield.
It's got a really good defense though. It'll just roll away every time it's hit.
very true.
Oh, it's
but
very true.
also,
Like,
After a while, though, what's it gonna? I mean, you're gonna get concussed to the point of death, or
something.
I don't know, something.
It can't hold the shield up, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you start
Yeah, that's
bouncing the
true.
baby, I feel like that's where it gets tough.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think the shield is also sentient? Does it still have the memories and feelings of
Thor?
Of Thor.
Based in his abs.
Maybe.
I just want to know how this spherical baby is holding it. How does it hold?
My-
the
Like, are you
shield?
thinking of like the baby's a sphere and its little arms and legs are sticking out, or it's just fully just a sphere?
It said completely spherical baby, right?
It's a
Yeah.
perfect sphere.
I'm thinking the Trump baby balloon. You
But
know
like-
that one?
You said perfect sphere.
I
though.
know it's like that, but even more spherical.
Okay.
I'm
Loaded
thinking just a
and
straight up tennis ball of a
inconsequential.
baby.
Right.
So does it have arms and legs then?
Yeah,
But they're also spherical.
but like their outlines drawn on
Yeah.
the
so,
ball.
So the contour of the baby is a complete.
Is it?
Yeah,
sphere.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one. It's like a beach ball.
like if it wanted to, it could reach out his arm and grab something, but then it like when it puts its arm back, it folds
It's
straight into a
full-
perfect
Oh, there.
sphere.
So Kevin's cracked the code there.
well, then
Okay.
in that case, you would be able to hold the shield. Then in that case, right?
So it would be, yeah.
Stick its arm through the little things.
I would agree that we're all in the same. Like this baby is just like it's signed up for PE class and it's like in the heavyweight championship of the world. Like it's just
not having a
totally
good-
outclassed.
It's not having a good time.
It's really not.
Totally.
I mean, and the chariot.
I mean, even just with the chariot. I mean, the
a chariot of unicorns. Come on.
The pinata is just going to run the baby over with the chariot and the unicorns.
But maybe this is the monkey wrench in it. A pinata is pretty fucking stupid, aka no brain. It's just full of spiders.
But it's
how would
sentient.
it know how to operate the chariot?
Well, it's sentient.
But being sentient doesn't necessarily mean that you are intelligent. It just means that
I
you
mean-
are conscious.
Yes.
Is bacteria sentient?
It means you're aware of your, surroundings
That's a
and
real-
yourself.
Philosophical question.
All right, pause the podcast. Let's get down to it.
Hold on, let's all smoke that weed that you have.
All right, that baby's fucked, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
baby is
the
just
baby's
fucked.
I
There's
also
just no way.
I also think the pinata is fucked. Right? I feel like the pinata is by design killing itself.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, can unicorns get out of a chariot once the spiders break free of the pinata and like gore him to death by their crazy escape?
I was going to say, I mean,
I think
that's
the spiders
fair. That's a
are-
fair question.
The spiders are in it with the spiders in this pinata are one, I think.
Okay.
Just like you and your heart are one.
Because that was one of my questions
so
in
if
the beginning.
spiders leave the pinata, they die?
No.
No. You would. I don't think the spiders are leaving the pinata.
I
It's a
agree with you.
symbiotic relationship.
They're not
They-
compelled
they-
to leave the pinata
Yeah, they wanna
unless Unless it's
Are-
breached.
Yeah, they're symbiotic. There you go. They're symbiotic
because
relationship.
they
what are
get
they going to
shelter.
eat though?
well, they
Other
get
spiders.
whatever the pinata eats.
They're hardcore spiders.
The spherical
So
baby.
they eat their dead and then have more spiders, and then those live by eating the newly dead.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about
This
it.
is a gross fucking pinata.
Kevin,
Spiders poop out like 10 million spiders per batch,
Yeah.
you know? So
You know, what I was going to ask is that is it considered a win for the pinata if by some chance the pinata breaks apart and the spiders end up killing the baby?
I still think yes.
yeah.
I think that's still a win.
We've established the spiders are kind of part of the pinata. So
Yeah.
I think this is truly a very Shakespearean situation where I don't think anybody makes it out alive.
No, I don't
Not
think-
even the unicorns.
Yeah, maybe
what
nobody wins.
Because I feel, the baby dies because it can't. There's no way it can take care of itself. The pinata dies because the spider thing is just gross.
Yeah.
like the spiders are gonna be eating their own poop. Like
Yeah.
that's what they're gonna be subsisting
It's
off
downhill
of.
real fast.
And then if the pinata dies, then we've just got a chariot with 2 unicorns on it.
yeah.
And I guess the real question here. This is what I think the real question should be.
yeah.
Can 2 unicorns free themselves from a chariot?
With magic?
Definitely, they're unicorns. I
Are
would
they
say.
like just like normie unicorns or are they magic unicorns?
I would say that it probably takes a magic chariot to control magic unicorns.
That's probably true. Or just unicorns in general.
Then they're
Can't just-
fucked. They're fucked.
Yeah, they're always gonna have this chariot.
What, maybe the chariot
See,
will
it's
never
a
die and they will
symbiotic
never die.
relationship. You're the unicorns and the chariot. They need each other to survive.
I think if you give a time lapse, the unicorns will eventually waste away and die because they're too stupid to get out of this chariot contraption. However, the spiders will evolve, turn themselves into mythical creatures like Shieldred.
right.
and the baby will grow up into a spherical person.
Spherical.
There'll be one spider that is just like the mommy spider that just eats every spider that comes
Yeah.
out. Then you'll have a monster spider eventually.
It's very Tolkien of you.
So you think that somewhere on a long enough timeline, we'll see giant mutated monster spider versus perfectly spherical adult.
Yes.
Which again, pinata wins.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I mean that is everybody happy with that
Yeah,
answer?
I'm happy with that as
absolutely.
well,
I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Works for me.
fuck you, baby.
All right, let's close out the episode with a brand spanking new segment, some brand new content here on the show. This is a game that is known by none other title than Jim's Titilating Titles.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a brand new edition of Jim's Titilating Titles.
Hello.
Hey,
This
Jim.
is a game where I'm going to give you a movie title that's either in theaters right now or coming soon to theaters this month. And you're going to have to tell me what that movie is about.
Great.
The
All right.
person in the words.
Exactly. And so I'll read the title off, and then you guys will have to guess what it is, and then I'll tell you what the real plot or
Okay.
what the IMDb tagline of the movie is.
Oh yeah,
right,
great.
So the first one is Chasing the Dragon 2, Wild Wild Bunch.
Wow.
Okay, I've got it.
There's a Chasing the Dragon 1.
This is a movie in theaters right now.
I mean, sounds like heroin addiction.
Sounds like heroin.
Yeah.
It sounds like heroin, but I would take it more literally. And I think that this is it's an action film set in feudal China, and that there's some mythical dragon that's going to solve all this small town's problems. And so there's this group of unruly kids, the Wild Bunch, and they kind of band together to chase down the dragon because their town is in very bad shape. They're hungry, they need water, and the dragon will solve their problems. So
Right.
the only people to save them, the Wild Bunch.
Isn't that called Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I mean, but this is a low quality ripoff of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Yeah. Live action, of course.
Right. Live action. So that's my guess. Kevin, you think this is a heroin movie?
No, I think it's your movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking.
Heroin movies are my favorite type of movie.
Favorite genre of movie.
You got action, you got comedy.
Drama, mystery,
Heroin. Yeah, what's on Netflix this month? Oh, there's a few new heroin movies. Oh,
Sweet movies to do heroin to.
Netflix recommends heroin movies.
It's just all female superheroes. Yeah.
But there is the occasional crossover with the
and
female
then
superhero.
Train Spotting.
Yeah.
Train Spotting, Captain Marvel.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
All right. So Andrew wasn't that far off because this is a movie that takes place in China.
Wow.
Wow, you got it.
All right.
How did you know?
All right.
And it says that it's a serial billionaire kidnapper, Logan, has been savaging Hong Kong. Now his gang is aiming the dart beyond Hong Kong at affluent Macau.
Okay. So
It's like a heist movie, I guess.
there's no actual dragon involved.
No dragon.
Okay.
That's
but
kind of
He's just
unfortunate.
chasing the dragon.
in China and no heroin. So, okay. 50-50 there.
He is the dragon.
Oh, no.
All right. So this next movie title is This One's for the Ladies.
This one's for the ladies. Okay. I'm thinking just right off the bat, Magic Mike-esque kind of thing going on, where it's definitely a bunch of shirtless guys, probably twerking. They're muscly.
Yep.
And I think it's just it's basically a softcore porn for women. It's just 2 hours of just hot guys dancing, doing their thing. They're like doing the dishes, but all like
taking showers.
sexy.
Yeah.
They're washing the car. They're in like real short shorts and stuff. They're spraying each other.
The title of this movie is very meta then in that case because it's like not actually they're just literally just saying who it's for.
Yeah, it's just a very descriptive title.
Yeah. This one's Paramount's like, this one's for the ladies. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I just watched the movie Support the Girls,
All right.
which is the closest title of a movie I can think of to this one.
Support the girls.
Yeah, it's all about girls who work at basically like a Hooters type restaurant.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I think this one's for the girls is like road trip movie for girls find themselves all across the US.
Right.
Okay. So road
All
trip
right.
movie. Will there be any eye candy, like any good looking guys twerking?
Oh, there's got to be.
Yeah. I mean,
It's for the ladies.
So we can
All right.
agree that this movie has to have good-looking guys twerking, and if that is something the movie's about, then we've pretty much got it.
they're road tripping to a Drake concert.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of antics that happen in the middle that
of
stop
course.
them from getting there.
definitely.
The question, do they make it to the Drake concert or do they miss it? And then they they miss the concert and they're all bummed out, but they run to Drake at the Denny's or something.
Oh,
afterwards.
my
Just
God.
completely random.
Or at Hooters, maybe.
I was gonna say they missed Drake at the concert, but they found friendship instead.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not about the end result. It's about the friends you made along the way.
All right. Okay. I like
Beautiful.
that.
And guys twerking.
Right.
okay, so Andrew was just right on the money with his first guess.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a documentary. This documentary explores the sexual and social identity of contemporary Black America through the intimate, eye-opening, and often hilarious accounts from women and men who find love and community in the underground world of exotic dancing. Whoa! So Andrew nailed
Amazing.
this.
Hot guys twerking, dude.
I thought I was guessing
got
the
it.
most unlikely scenario for both of these. But okay, all right.
Seems like you should write a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I think it's because I don't watch movies. I have this weird kind of like savant intuition about them that I could just know what they're about. All right, Jim, next
All right,
one.
next one is called. I mean, you guys will probably actually get this one. This one is called "The Other Side of Heaven 2: Fire of Faith."
Mormons.
Mormons.
100% it's Mormons.
What is it about, though, Phil?
I
Yeah.
don't give a shit, dude. I know The Other Side of Heaven is a Mormon movie.
Oh, what? Really?
Oh, you've seen the first one?
No, I've heard of the first one through I've got Mormon Connects.
The other side of heaven.
Okay, I'm going to take, despite the fact that Phil seems so confident, I just
Yeah.
think this is something different. I think that this is a movie like Troll 2. Do you guys remember that movie?
Yes.
So
Can't say I
Troll
do.
2 is not actually a sequel to the movie Troll. It's some bullshit that they tried to cash in on because of the popularity of the original. And so Troll 2 is completely separate. So I think Heaven 2 has nothing to do. What's it called? On the Other Side of Heaven?
Fire of Faith is the subtitle.
Okay. I think it's about, so no relation to the original. I think heaven is some town, and that there's some area where people just don't go there. Like it's kind of that old classic trope of the ball on the old crotchety neighbor's lawn.
Right.
You just don't go there. There's some area of the town.
So Sandlot. This is kind of funny. You should describe movies and we'll tell you what movie it actually is. Also, I'm so amazed that you've seen like 3 movies in your entire life and Troll 2 is one of them.
And I have seen it multiple times.
Jiminy Christmas.
But I think it's about this just town and this unexplored side, and people just don't go there, and they find all this fire and fury, and they discover a cult.
Whoa.
And it's all kind of like this weird ironic thing because the town's called heaven, but there's this like satanic cult been operating, and they kind of discover them, and they kick them out of the town.
Wow.
You know, Andrew, I really
Wicker
wish
Man.
it's the Wicker Man. Andrew, I really wish that your answer was what it actually is, because Phil is correct.
Mormons.
It's the description is missionary John H. Groberg returns to Tonga in the 1960s with his wife and their 5 young daughters.
Boring.
When their 6th child is born with a serious illness,
Yeah,
the Grobergs face their ultimate test of faith, only to find themselves surrounded by love and prayers of thousands of Tongans.
Dude, I appreciate you doing this deep dive of research, but Mormons.
No, this isn't research. This is just the tagline on IMDb, brother.
Whoa, that's some deep research, Jen. Don't discredit yourself here.
I'm just saying that Mormons do their own like insulated like media. Like they have their own like movies and comics and books and everything like
That's
that.
fantastic.
So as soon as I hear that tagline, I'm like, oh,
Well, Phil is or was a member of the tribe, so you.
I'm still a Mormon. I'm just very bad at it.
Okay.
What was the name of that
Very
film
bad.
again?
It was The Other Side of Heaven 2, Fire of Faith.
Because like imagine getting to heaven and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool, blah blah blah, and then some guy comes up and he's like, well, have you seen the other side of heaven?
You know this isn't the only side, right?
And then you get over there and you're like, whoa, this is bullshit. And it's like, are you going to still have faith now that you've seen that one side of heaven is fully bullshit?
It's like scared straight. Like, you don't want to go to the other side of heaven, do you?
The guy's like, faith, but I'm already in heaven.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we'll see about that. Let's take you to the other side of heaven. No, I like it here. It's fine. I want to leave. You're coming with me.
You qualify
other
for
side.
the other side of heaven.
Prepare to have
Peter's
your.
at the gate. He's like, oh. Yeah, no, I found you. You're here.
You're
But
like-
just on the other side of heaven, not like the real.
You're in heaven and then you just like look around like one wall and you realize that it's all built on like child labor.
We're gonna build a wall and make the other side pay for it.
Yeah, it's a real unpleasant place.
All right, so the penultimate title is called In the Aisles. And that's aisles spelled AISLES.
In the aisle.
As in the
sounds-
aisles of a supermarket.
This sounds religious as well.
It does.
Yeah, but I think that Jim actually gave me an idea here that I think this actually is a rom-com, and it takes place. It's all kind of. It's from this weird perspective of you're following different people who work in the store, but you don't hear their dialogue. You overhear the things that are going on around them, and through this perspective, you follow this couple that met in the aisles of the superstore, and the supermarket, and you follow their relationship over time. They meet there, they're shopping there for groceries when they're together, they're fighting when they have their kid with them. But it's all observed through the workers in the aisles of the store.
So
dude.
it's again to translate what you said into a movie. It's 4 rooms, but in a grocery store.
What's 4 rooms?
It's like, isn't that like Quentin Tarantino movie that's got like 4 stories inside of a hotel?
Don't look at me.
He doesn't. I don't know either.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen it though.
I haven't seen it either.
But yeah, I know what you're talking. That's pretty interesting though. Like the movie never leaves the store, kind of like what's that phone booth, where it never goes it never goes anywhere else but phone booth.
Is that a Colin Farrell classic?
Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
Colin
it's
Farrell
Colin
classic.
Farrell. If you haven't seen that movie, you gotta go see that movie first of all.
Or Buried Alive with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just stays in there, and then expands a whole lifetime of love and loss and groceries.
That's the tagline. Love lost groceries.
I'm just gonna take this completely different way. It's probably not real at all, but
Wait, so you think the supermarket idea might be real?
I think it probably is. Why? Because you haven't been wrong ever.
With Andrew's vast movie knowledge.
Yeah, he knows.
Right. He has an instinct.
So what wine people call the rows of vineyards? They
Yeah.
call them aisles.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
And so it's a story about a lonely old man who works a vineyard, and kind of his like I don't know, like he's all alone.
Yeah.
And he finally decides he wants to mend his relationship with his son. And they do that by his son loses his job and then has to stay with his dad, and then they work together in the aisles of the vineyard.
But is it kind of like it starts out kind of run down there, and they work together and they build it up to be this kind of world-renowned vineyard together?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. That's heartwarming.
So
Yeah.
that's a Disney Channel movie worthy, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Andrew is correct, but the tagline for this movie doesn't give much more detail to what the movie is about, so I can't confirm it. However, all the tagline says is Christian begins to work as a shelf stacker at the supermarket and finds himself in a new, unknown world. The long aisles, the bustle at the checkouts, the forklifts.
The bustle of the checkout.
Wow.
What? That's so vague.
It's very vague. I have no clue what this is about.
Where's
I
it-
think that Andrew's correct.
Is there any known actors in any of these films?
Oh no. Except for probably the Chinese one probably has like some big name Chinese actors in it, but the rest of them are like,
Nobodies.
big old nobodies.
We'll have to follow up on that one. I'm curious to see what the actual plot is.
In the aisles.
On In the Aisles.
Okay,
Okay.
we should watch the trailer.
Yeah, absolutely.
The last title is called Them That Follow.
Ooh.
That sounds like a horror film.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Nobody likes to be followed. That's never a fun thing. I
Unless
don't
it's
think.
just like about Instagram.
Yeah. Them that follow. Yeah, it's about all these droney people on their phones.
Yeah.
They don't have their own lives.
They're just like mindless zombies.
Yeah.
It's a new documentary about the Russian troll farms.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. But it has kind of that horror vibe because you're just following these different, and maybe it's taken more from, maybe a fake social media influencer. And they're really trying to make it in Hollywood, and they quit their job, and all of a sudden they start getting all this attention, like all these likes, and they don't know what's going on. And it ends up being the result of this Russian bot farm. But it's so much more insidious underneath the whole thing. And they start telling them to do different stuff. Like they're disseminating this information to destroy the country from within. And so the social media influencer starts posting all this weird stuff out to their fans. And it just, has this ripple effect through the country.
It's like subliminal messages.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Is the person like never mind, it's a perfect plot.
It's bulletproof. It's bulletproof.
Perfect.
I have a lot of questions, but I'm going to leave them
I'm
there.
just describing the movie that's in theaters right now. I didn't write this thing.
This movie it's about to come out in theaters.
Right. So do we agree that it's something about what's called Those That Follow?
It's called Them That Follow.
Them That Follow. Yeah. So about the
Definitely about Instagram.
it's like Instagram, Russian bot farms.
For sure.
Yeah.
or it's like Us Too.
Oh, Them That Follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did Us, now we're doing them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's
And like instead of saying them too, that follows the movie Us.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Very
That
meta.
makes sense. Okay, cool.
it takes a little bit of thought, but you get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Them That Follow is set in the deep wilds of Appalachia, where believers handle death-dealing snakes to prove themselves before God. Them That Follow tells the story of a pastor's daughter who holds a secret that threatens to tear her community apart. You guys are way off.
Wait. Okay. What does this have to do with snakes? I'm so confused.
I'm interested that almost all these movies had some sort of religious undertone to them.
Yeah,
Well, at
really.
least two of them.
Is this what movies are about nowadays? I haven't really seen them.
This
It's
is
only
what
two of
movies
them.
are about these days.
That's
I
right.
haven't really seen them.
I mean, I just trying to get the landscape here from these movies, plus like the Avengers. Is it just Christian? Is it just religious films and
That's all there
Avengers?
is.
Here's my challenge, Andrew. Is I'm trying to find movies that are coming out soon that nobody in this room knows about anything about.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I just didn't know that there's so much out there in terms of movies.
There's a
about faith.
lot of choice. IMDb tells you all of the movies that are going to come out
Okay.
in
Nice.
the near months.
Well, I think that we have some pretty good ideas if these movies were to be like pull a Sonic the Hedgehog and kind of push back the release date to fix some things.
Yeah.
They can go ahead and retcon the script with some of our ideas here and maybe even be better off. I don't know. If you want to nominate us for any screenwriter awards, I know Kevin's hosting or being the judge of a script writing contest tonight. And Kevin, as an official judge, how would you judge our performance here today?
I think we did a great job.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I would
High
give
praise.
us all number one.
Nice, dude. I think
Two
that's-
thumbs up.
Well, that speaks for itself, I think.
Yeah, and you're not biased at all.
No.
But feel free to write us in, pwspacecast@gmail.com. Love to read all your emails. Feel free to share your thoughts about, what would be a great movie script. Let us know. Send us a pod mail, pwspacecast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Podworms Spacecast. You can check out our website, pwspacecast.com. You can check out all of our tour dates. You might see South Africa on there real soon. And if you like the show, you gotta share it. You can't just enjoy a show by yourself. It's more
Yeah.
fun to talk about all the funny antics with your friends,
Yeah.
your family, your fuckers, your
Yeah.
construction workers. Because listen, they're out there. If you live in Seattle, you've seen the cranes, right? They're not operating themselves. There's construction workers working those cranes.
Yeah.
Why don't you let them know about the podcast? All right? For me. And always, until next time, space fans.
Keep squirming.